Just tell me like,
Hey, Melissa.
hello. Oh wait.
It's okay. Well, I was trying to make sure everybody was ready to go, but we're live apparently. So today we have, I say today, had like 15 times I've said today, but we have a friend of mine from Amplio who is one of our sponsors, early sponsors in the podcast. So go ahead and introduce your, I've never have gotten your last name
Oh
correct.
my goodness.
Yeah,
So I'm Melissa Rajaram, and right now I'm the head of product at Amplio.
nice, very nice. Melissa's like one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. You are too, but Melissa R. So tell everybody about yourself, Melissa. You are kind of, I remember because I think I started at Amplio before you did, and they kept talking about this unicorn. You were the
Yeah,
unicorn they were
yeah,
talking about.
yeah. Okay, so how am I a unicorn? Well, buckle up because this is a story. So it all started. We got to go way back when. So when I was in school in my master's program, I was in a lab in the computer science department, and we did natural language processing. So this was before AI. This is like
Yeah.
vintage here. And I said, this is so cool. I want to do this in a field that hasn't used these cool new resources. And I found myself in um, I'd done a presentation and I ended up in communication sciences and disorders. And I said, hey, would you like a graduate student? Like, do you want someone else to do a PhD? And it was like, okay, not the best thought out decision I've ever made. But when I got there, started doing my PhD program, and I found out these things called speech language pathologists. And I went, huh, never knew this was a profession. I should do that too. So you
Too.
know and I know, and so I went and I got my PhD, and I went through the classes to get my master's, to get the speech pathologist certificate, so I'm a certified speech pathologist. But after I got my PhD, so you know way too much education here, but we I got out and I still had that urge. I was like, I really have the desire to be able to take really cool tools and techniques and pull them into different places. And so I taught myself how to use this new AI technology. I made a web app, and I went shopping around. They said, hey, I got to show this cool thing to people. And I ended up stumbling upon Amplio. And then I found myself at Amplio and became the director of content. And now I've taken another step up and I'm the director of product.
Mhm.
And so what I do is I get to make the strategic directions about, where we go, what changes are made. So it's over both our reading intervention products and the speech language one. So it's over both of those things.
So you've written curricula for Amplio on the speech side, correct?
Yeah. So on the speech side, it's not like dyslexia where you have these really great resources. We have to do our own stunts, and so we we've created just different methodologies and frameworks to be able to meet those the speech pathologists where they are for those type of things that they need.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah, I've gotten a glimpse at some of it, and it's very impressive. Very nice.
So what do you do exactly?
So that's a good question.
She does all of it.
Yeah, so
All of it.
Amplio is a small startup company, and so that just means I have to wear a lot of hats. So if I start at the top part, the top hat is the strategy, and so that's saying, hey, what do our customers need, and how can we incorporate this into the product to make it better? This could be looking at what we have now and saying, hey, you know what? I think reporting for dyslexia would be a pretty cool thing to move forward with. People have been asking about it. How do I make that happen?
Mm-hmm.
And then with the same sorts of questions on the speech side. And then if I take a step deeper, that's where I start in the product manager role too. Right. And so that's where I say, hey, I have a dev team. How do I let them know how to build my idea? If I want reports, what do they need to look like? How do they need to build them? what should that be? And so that's like the other part is that more specific detailed work where I'm able to describe to them what they need to do to kind of like make that reality happen.
What I loved about working with Melissa is that I was not technology. Well, I have not like what she has, but I know curricula. And we'd have a vision, but I wouldn't know how to explain it. And she'd go, "Do you mean doing something like?" And she'd find ways to kind of get me to express what I'm saying, and then she would find a way to make it happen. That's Melissa's one of the easiest people, and just down to earth, and makes you don't feel like an idiot, even though you feel like an idiot sometimes. It makes you feel like you're actually kind of smart with some of your ideas, and she's amazing. She's amazing.
Well, I mean, Amy, you're amazing too. And so it was so fun to be able, you're like, oh, I have this idea. And I'm like, ooh, let's get it out. Let's make it real. And that's what's fun for me too, is taking these ideas from, because I shouldn't be the only one who has ideas. So I can lean on experts and then just say, okay, let's find this cool stuff. And then how do I make it happen?
Right. No, you're great at your job.
That's exciting. I don't think I fully understand what you do, but that's okay.
That's
That's because I'm not as smart as you are.
So, y'all, I'm just saying. So, if somebody wanted to see what you do with Amplio, what would be the best way you could direct them to some of the products?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So I would say the easiest way would be just to go to the website. So Amplio Learning, and then there's a little chat, like just for the easiest peasiest. You could go there, a little chat will pop up. You just say, hey, want to talk to you, and then somebody will get back to you. That I think would be the easiest way.
Nice, very nice. Okay, well, this has been wonderful. I still have an email with Amplio, even though I'm not full time with them. I still get emails, and I'm like, hey,
Lovely.
I like seeing these benefits that I can't take advantage of. So, but it's been great having you on here and talking a little bit about Amplio. Not us, is it? So, but thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was great to chat.
You.
All right, y'all. We'll be back.
Bye.
Bye.